It's clear that India and China separate differences from opportunities. So what is the biggest sticking point in this relationship? Boundary disputes? No. They're as old as the hills. Or should we say the boundaries? Kashmir? No. India has interests in Pakistan. Kashmir is at best a hedge for China. The Quad? Maybe, but no need for immediate alarm there. So what is the biggest sticking point, I ask again? Economy and trade. That's what it is. There is a solid case to be made for this. Let me tell you why. According to government data, India's trade deficit with China has widened by nearly 52% since 2014. 52% in 5 years. India's biggest trade deficit is with China, more than $50 billion. China views Indian markets as a huge opportunity. And that brings us to the elephant in the room, the proposed Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or RCEP. What is this? This is a proposed free trade agreement between 16 countries, including India and China. If this agreement is signed, it will be the largest economic bloc in the world. That should be good news. Not really. There are complications here. India already has free trade agreements with most of these countries. So signing a new pact will only give China a broader access to Indian markets. India stands to lose here. The trade deficit will widen further. Vulnerable sectors will be hit. Many are already protesting. Stakeholders in domestic dairy, textile and steel sectors are against this. Even automobile manufacturers say that the government must ensure no job losses happen because of this free trade agreement if it is signed. What is the problem then? This agreement will remove tariff barriers, tax barriers. In the long run, it will help India. It will provide access to markets for India. It will improve competitiveness of India's industries. But in the short run, this will hurt India's farmers, India's industries and India's economy. China wants this deal because the trade war is hurting it. It wants fresh markets for its products. So should India sign this deal? Trade Minister Piyush Goyal is bullish about the prospects. Tariffs will not be removed immediately and the domestic industry will have time to adapt. India also has agreements to prevent dumping of products in Indian markets, but that may not be foolproof. Already, from low-grade steel to cement to electronics to even Diwali crackers, Chinese products flood Indian markets. Where are the safeguards? India's dairy industry could be especially hit. India must be cautious. China will want the RCEP because it is loaded in their favor. It will speak up the long-term impact. This is in China's favor, but India should prioritize its own self-interest. Trade and economy is the biggest sticking point in this relationship and in these talks, and the Indian government must tread carefully. Remember the famous line by celebrated macroeconomist John Maynard Keynes. In the long run, we're all dead. Policy making is not only about the future, but also about the here and the now.